Members of Bellevue Baptist Church are counting their blessings after an armed man entered their sanctuary during Easter morning service. About 4,500 people were in the sanctuary for the 11 a.m. service when 31-year-old Marcus Donald arrived. A church hostess noticed a pistol sticking out of his pocket and alerted a church minister who called church security. Bellevue Baptist, one of the largest churches in Memphis with more than 30,000 members, has long been ready for such an event. In 2014, CBN News highlighted Bellevue in a story about church security.
The church I went to as a kid only had about 200 people, and we knew everybody that came through those doors. But when you've got a church this size, this is almost like a civic center. And it's hard to imagine the challenges that would go with trying to keep this many people safe and keep an eye on everybody at the same time.
Andy Willis heads up the security team, which includes more than 100 paid and volunteer staff.
Today, churches that speak the truth, that teach and preach true biblical principles, they draw a lot of attention because there are a lot of components of society today that don't want to hear that are absolutely against that. As a church security team, we have to be prepared for those kinds of situations to intervene and to protect the flock.
Willis said the church also relies on state-of-the-art cameras.
A camera system that constantly monitors and records activities on campus is extremely important. They're not very expensive, and the thing that you get is you get the protection in a liability situation that you won't have if you don't have it.
Police said Donald told them, quote, people in society are a threat to him and that he must be vigilant.
Clearly, he was disturbed a little bit. I'm not a doctor, have no idea what the diagnosis for him is. But he certainly had the potential to do a lot of, really bad stuff.
Members are thankful that no one was hurt.
Everything was all right in there. Nothing went on inside the sanctuary. Everything was okay.
I heard a disruption in the church. Didn't hear anything about anyone being armed.
It's bad.
The pastor said we had a disturbance.
Meanwhile, Donald, whose mother attends the church, was arrested without incident, and police are continuing their investigation. On Twitter, church leaders posted, "Nobody was injured. Praise the Lord for his protection." Willis said Christians need to trust God, but be prepared.
The biggest thing that makes me cringe whenever I speak to other churches about security is they will say, we don't have security. We're just praying that nothing happens.
The day before the incident, members also held a prayer rally for protection over the church.
Just like every Saturday, a very large group of people showed up here and prayed over every seat in the sanctuary, prayed over the hallways and the classrooms, and we prayed for souls to be reached. I mean, we prayed for the message of Christ to get out. Additionally, I mean, these individuals that come every week faithfully, led by our pastor, Steve Gaines, prayed for safety. We prayed that no harm would come to this place.
Prayers that were heard and answered. Charlene Aaron, CBN News.